Welcome to Laura's Cactus Pad. Today I'm going to do a brief demo on Birria de Pollo. I guess I call it like a Mexican barbecue. It's a recipe that my mom gave to us, and my husband, his favorite. The kids love it, of course, but this is my husband's favorite recipe, Mexican recipe. The great thing about this, it's packed with flavor and it's very healthy. You get all your flavor from the chilies and spices that you've mixed, and I will briefly go over what I use. You could alter this, any way you want. If you don't like garlic, if you don't like oregano, any of the spices I'm sure you could alter. What gives it most of the flavor is the chilies. So the 3 chilies that I use today are New Mexico chili, chile ancho, and chile de árbol. Those are the 3 chilies that I've used today, okay? And again, these give it a wonderful flavor. What I've done with these chilies is I pretty much devein them, take all the seeds out, and as you see, I separate the seeds here. The chilies, pull them off to the side. And then what I do with the chilies is I then soak them in boiling water. So this is pretty much what you'll see here. So again, these are the peppers that I worked with before, okay? And I just left a few just to show you what they should look like, okay? Once they've been soaked and you have your chilies, I toasted these or roasted these seeds. You don't want to get them too dark because then you'll get a bitter flavor. But I just roasted them probably for a couple of minutes, and that's all it took. So then once I have this in place, I put everything in the blender. I put the seeds, the chilies, all your spices, and what I've used here is oregano, a little bit of cumin, very, very little, garlic, salt, about 6 cloves. I've used about 6 peppercorns, and they all go into the blender. Mix them all at the same time. That works just fine with your salt. And this is what your sauce should look like at the end. Oh my gosh, if you could only smell this. It smells delicious. So this is my sauce or birria that I will be using for the chicken. You could also make this with pork, beef, venison. You pick your meat. We love the chicken. Tastes great and it's very healthy. Today I'm going to prepare it in the oven and in the crock pot, just to show you that if you don't have time, you're working all day, you could do this in the morning, pour it in your crock pot and just let it go all day. When you come home, the aromas are amazing and the flavor is yummy. So again, I'm preparing it 2 ways. The other way is in the oven. I'm using a Pampered Chef stoneware here that works great for us too. And then you could also cook it on the stove. My mom used to cook it on the stove. On the stove it takes about 45 minutes to an hour, and you basically just pour the same ingredients into a big pot and then you just let it go on the stove. So I've rinsed my meat. I've removed all the skin out of the meat other than the wings. And if you don't like to use the wings because it's mainly not a lot of meat there, I enjoy eating the wings, so I've left the skin on the wings. That will give you a little bit of the fat that will give it more flavor. So basically here you'll see it's a whole chicken in each. It's been rinsed, dried, and I've salted the chicken, and I've added 3 bay leaves in each one. It's that simple. Here you have your sauce that you've prepared. No oil is involved here. Okay. See how simple that is? I'm kind of just making sure everything is covered here with the sauce. Okay. I like to kind of just cover this as much as I can, but this is the one that's going into the crock pot. This is the one that's going into the oven. So if you follow me over, the crock pot, I'm doing a 4-hour to start with, and that will get the meat, give it a good head start. Depending on how big the chicken was, it could take up to 5 hours, and a lot of it depends on if you're using high or low heat. So a lot of it depends on how long you're going to be out of the home and the time that you need to prepare your meat or when you want this to be ready. Okay, and then the one that goes into the oven, I'm doing it at 400 degrees. And this one only takes about 40 to 15 minutes. Okay, go ahead and close it off. And again, the aromas are just amazing. What a simple dish to make, and I guarantee you, your whole family will love this. We'll be back in a little bit once this is done.